Hi everybody, Rick here. I have a few moments. We've checked into our hotel for the night, and I wanted to talk a little bit about church structure, why the church is structured the way it is, and how it reflects the spiritual structure of God's holy kingdom. Now, before we go any further, when you think of a reflection or a mirror, and I talked about it in the last video, of how everything in the physical reflects the spiritual, think of it as a picture or a mirror in which you see yourself or see someone else. You are looking at a two-dimensional reflection of a three-dimensional reality. When you participate in any church activities, any of the sacraments or the scriptures or the studies, you are looking at a reflection, an image of the spiritual reality. And because we are carnal creatures, there is no way we can ever understand the spiritual reality by figuring it out or through worldly wisdom, no matter how much we love Christ. The Pharisees tried it, church leaders throughout the history of the church have tried it, and nearly every church today is doing it that way. And we all fall short. We all stumble over that rock of offense, and none of us, with our worldly wisdom, even though the Holy Spirit inspired all of it, none of us in our worldly wisdom will ever get that full picture. That's why we need to let the Spirit grow and develop us. Now, having said that, when Paul laid out the criteria for the churches and the elders and the deacons and the bishops and or whatever names you want to call them, it's not important who is over who. No spiritual authority is given from one person over another because of a gift of the Spirit they have. Paul set down the structure he did because he knew, as his experience as a Pharisee taught him before he came to Christ, that there will be a lot of Christians who truly love God but walk in the world who have not learned to listen to the Spirit. And these people will usurp the spiritual, Christ-filled Christians if they are allowed to. So these rules, these structures that Paul laid down were not intended as rules for everybody to follow. He was, for his churches, through the social and cultural customs of their day, setting down a criteria that will prevent chaos so that they can all worship in order, and that those who are walking in the Spirit can continue to feed and nourish those who are growing in the Spirit. And those carnal Christians can also learn and feed on that and start growing in the Spirit as well. That only works if everyone in the church, or if all the leaders of the church, or those who are leading the certain elements, are walking in the Spirit of Christ. If not, it's not going to work. The church is going to be carnal, it's going to be worldly, and every one of them is going to fall short. That's the purpose of the structure of the church. And if we can't look past the rules and look to the intent, the spiritual intent, only can give it to us by the Holy Spirit, then we'll fall short ourselves. Until next time, God bless.